Hey guys, Ivan here, and in this video we got a couple of very interesting bodybuilding updates. The first thing we're gonna talk about is some drama. I touched on this subject before, but in this video we'll go a little bit more in depth on it, and we got some new information as well. So we'll talk about the record holder for having the biggest roster of pro coaches under their belt, the biggest coach hopper in IFBB, and that would be, of course, James Hollingshead, who recently switched a couple of coaches, but the latest one was going from Chris Tuttle to a new coach, some local coach from Britain over there. Before this, James worked with Patrick Tour, with Phil Wiz, with Jordan Peters, with Milos Sarcev, with Branch Warren briefly, you name it, the list goes on, and now recently with Chris Tuttle, and now officially with this new guy. So what happened with Chris Tuttle? To clue you guys in if you don't know what exactly happened, these two guys prepped together for 13 whole weeks, so it was a long prep, a full-blown prep, and eventually this is what James brought to the France Pro. In my opinion, it was a flatter, smaller James. It wasn't a great James, but this was their first show, and that's a different topic. But after this show ended, this is what James wrote about Chris Tuttle. Show number 1 with Chris Tuttle. Love you, man. Keep this in mind, James loves Chris. He says, we came, had and executed our plan, we got positive data, know our strategy, work on weaknesses first and foremost, then we work diligently to improve it all. Had a fantastic few days together in France. This show was run well, great crowd, excellent level of competition. Was tough. We love bodybuilding, we love the grind. Thank you to all my supporters. A few weeks' new plan is in place, then we go again. Let's evolve together. What an amazing, what a beautiful post, what a beautiful text. It seems like James loves Chris's approach, and they had so much fun at the France Pro. And yes, Chris flew over there all the way to Europe and helped the guy at the spot, helped him to put a tan on and everything, and these guys had a blast. It seems like at this point, these guys are gonna stay together as a client and a coach for a long time. And then, a couple of weeks later, this. Here we go then, 3 days out, from Rebirth, Thailand to Bradford. Gives me great pleasure to team up with my great friend, Jay. Nothing more to say than let's have some fun and hunt for the shed. We know that's there, brother. Oh my god, guys, are you kidding me? After the whole prep was done, after Chris Tuttle came all the way to Europe, to France to help James at the show, after Chris gave James the plan for the next 3 weeks and James said he loves the plan, at 3 days out of the next show, Zach, Team Pro coach, posted this. And the craziest thing is, Chris had no idea that James is no longer working with him, that he got a new coach. So he was caught by surprise with this, and he made a response video. Let me play a short version for you guys right here.
This is obviously very upsetting for me, given that the reasons that he posted that he left was news to me. It was not mentioned to me at all. Throughout the prep, we fixed his digestion. He had a leg issue, which we fixed. We checked in every single day, fed him when I needed to feed him. Tissue was lost in that prep. It wasn't the same James I've had that we all used to seeing him on stage at 278, 280. We addressed his tan. I tanned him personally. I did 9 coats. I thought his tan was excellent on stage, which before in the past it looks muddy. And did I fumble the ball? I didn't. So when I hear the reasons why he left was because he didn't like my assessment, which is news to me. Didn't understand that, didn't see that. I got an email saying that his head's not in a good place and he's going to take a step back. And then seeing he's jumping a new coach, where a new coach gets a very fresh body, very conditioned, which is very easy to work with. And it's very easy to bring somebody in fuller in 2 weeks and then just ultimately just nab all the credit, unfortunately. I think James is a great guy. 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 Comment section's going to be off because I just want to put this both behind both of us.
Alright, now let's get into the comment section. So no, the comment section was not really turned off, and it shouldn't be. We should hear everybody's opinions on this, and we have a whole bunch of coaches basically giving their thoughts on this. Let's start with Kyle Wilkes. He says, well said, you did everything that a coach is supposed to do. Can only make the most of the hand you're dealt with that limited amount of time. On top of that, we all know the importance of the client being receptive to the feedback. Most guys at this level aren't. Is Kyle maybe talking about Nick Walker? How many other that level clients did he have? I don't think he had any. So his experience is only with Nick Walker. That's probably a topic for a different video. Let's go to the next comment. Quint Bistot saying, you are the man, bro. Cement Factory AJ Sims saying, that's why I stopped working with the pros. You are an amazing coach, Chris. Phenomenal job, brother. Barry Swole or Andrew Barry says, check-ins daily, flew over to France to be there in person, which anyone knows messes up a lot of other work for a busy coach. Personally, apply 9 codes of 10. Yeah, that's above and beyond. To get dropped like that, only to let another coach step in and peak an already done physique, that's a bum deal. Justin Jacoby, well said, brother, you did your job and then some, as always. As you can see, guys, the coaching community is very supportive of Chris Tuttle, and I myself gotta be as well. Based on what I'm hearing here from Chris, it does sound like James is in the wrong here. And you guys know what happened a couple of years ago, I think last year or the year before that. So for example, this is one example only. James worked with Milos for the entirety of the prep. At 6 weeks out, he stopped working with Milos. He went to Jordan Peters, then Brent Warren helped him at the end, and then also him and his wife kind of did their own thing for the end of that prep, for the Arnold Classic, I think it was. So yeah, James does this kind of stuff all the time, but with this one, it didn't go that well. After Chris devoted all this time to James' daily updates, even going to France to help him with the 9 codes of 10, that was crazy what he did for James, and for things to end up this way without even communicating properly. Not good, not good. The internet community is furious at James, and yesterday we actually got James's response. Let's see what James's logic behind this actually is.
I've got a friend helping me now. It's not Chris right now because I needed quite honestly, I need someone on home turf.
Yeah, that's fair, dude.
Need someone here who can drive and look at me in person, grab my skin in person, see the fullness in person, see the performance in the gym. I don't want to leave anything to chance no more, and it's nothing against any of the coaches. Every coach I've had is fantastic, but I've come to realize one thing, and I did say this to myself after 2021. I did promise myself if I get a coach, they've got to be on UK soil or wherever I live, because I need things to be far more transparent, because things are just too hard to read over the phone. So that's why I made this choice. My friend Zach, I called and I said, look, I'm in a bit of a pickle. I know that my body is not where it should be. And I think you should never blame the coach for what you're offering them.
Okay, fair enough. We got an explanation. I wonder what is the explanation for all the other coaches he dumped, but it is what it is. It's his life, his career, his money. I mean, I don't know if he's paying all these coaches. I would be curious to hear if he's actually paying these guys, or are they doing this just for promotion? I don't know, but again, it is his choice. But the explanation here, I mean, I don't know. Sure, yeah, it's awesome to have somebody who is there with you physically every day. He wasn't happy with daily updates, photos. He needs somebody who's going to be there to grab his skin, to help him in the gym, to be there with him all the time. That's what James requires to be top 5 at these shows. I mean, he was 5th at the British Grand Prix, and he's doing the Prague Pro now. Apparently, he still didn't fire this Zach Pro coach guy after the British Grand Prix, where he finished in 5th. We'll see what's going to happen after the Prague Pro. If he's not happy with that, I guess the next step would be to hire a coach who's going to live with him in his house 24/7 for 6 months or something like that. But anyways, guys, you tell me down below in the comment section whatever you think about this whole situation. Don't hold back. Give me your thoughts in the comments. Alright, the next thing we got is something from Samson Dauda. So he posted a couple of photos and they are circling all over the social media. But guys, these photos are not new. This is not what Samson looks like right now. And honestly, I don't know why he just posted these photos without telling anybody, without writing anything, saying that this is actually old. And I checked. I actually made a post with his same photos. Not exactly the same photos. One photo that he posted was also posted before, but the others are new. They're posted now for the first time, but they are exactly at the same spot with the same guy in the picture and everything. So these are actually old photos. He posted them on his story a couple of days ago, like a week or two ago, and he wrote a hashtag over the photos that says TB, meaning throwback. So these photos are not current, guys. I'm honestly surprised how many Instagram pages actually shared this and said that this is actually Samson's current look, which is not Samson's current look. If you caught these photos on his story when he posted them a while ago, maybe you didn't see the first two photos, but you probably saw this one. This one was on his story, this exact photo right here. And honestly, guys, I don't think this is from his prep this year. I mean, yeah, he got pretty lean this year, but I don't think he was this big this year. I'm pretty sure this is from his last year's Mr. Olympia prep. I mean, I'm not sure, maybe somebody can figure it out based on the location or something like that, but I think based on the look, this is from his last year's Mr. Olympia prep, but whenever it was taken, it is not current. This is not Samson Dauda we'll see on the Prague Pro stage. He won't be this big or this lean. Why do I think this? Well, first of all, because of the way he looked at the Mr. Olympia, I don't think he can regain all the size he lost and improve the conditioning at the same time in only, how many, 2-3 weeks? I don't think that's gonna happen. But we also got this story of Samson, a current story. So here, yeah, you can see his full physique, but you can see a little bit, you can basically see the size of his arms and his delts, and kinda you can see the conditioning, the thinness of the skin. And honestly, guys, this does not look very good. And I know it's almost impossible to predict what these guys are gonna look on that stage based on their, I don't know, IG updates, stories, these kind of photos, but very often it's pretty accurate. It's pretty accurate. And guys, I would personally love it for Samson to bring his absolute best, because most likely I'm going over there to watch the show, so I won't be able to make a lot of content if I go, but I have to see this in person. I have to go there. It's Keone, it's Martin, it's Križo, it's Samson, it's Juan Pradels as well, so it's gonna be an awesome show and I wanna see this in person, but I don't know, guys, we'll see. I don't believe that Samson is actually gonna be at his best. I hope he actually delivers, because I wanna see Samson in person at his best, but I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. What do you guys think also? Should I approach Samson to take a photo with him over there if I see him? I don't want to get punched by that guy. I mean, I'm just joking. I probably want to risk it anyways, though. I mean, he was nice to me in the group chat when I was with Hostile, but I don't know. At this point, maybe I shouldn't play with fire. We'll see, though. I think he's going to be better than at the Mr. Olympia. He's already 300 pounds, and I remember from the past, like, when he was carving up for all the shows so far, he was carving up, like, for a day and a half, something like that, and he probably tried to do the same thing for the Mr. Olympia, so he made a mistake with that, but again, it wouldn't help him too much, but he could have looked better if he carved up for like 5 days, 4 days. So now he had enough time to carve up properly, so again, it's going to be an improved package from Samson, most likely the winning package as well, but is it going to be the best Samson we ever saw? I doubt it. Alright, and for the end, we have a very, very interesting physique update from Keone Pearson. If I see this guy, I'm gonna approach him. I think he likes me. I know he watches my videos, even though I'm blocked. He actually posted a story once eating a meal and my show in the background on the TV. Also, he comments on my videos sometimes, but that does not mean I'm gonna take it easy with him in the videos. I'm gonna say it the way I see it, guys. I don't care. I criticized his midsection lately because that's an issue and he knows it's an issue, and here it looks like he is working on that. That's exactly what he is showing us. It was a big issue. It's definitely a huge problem, but if he learns how to keep a vacuum in the whole time, except for maybe when he does the abs and thighs pose, that can shift his whole physique around. Other than that, his physique is pretty much perfect. Yes, he needs to get bigger. Yes, he can be even more conditioned, but the only big problem he has is the midsection. However, he can pull a very, very good vacuum. So now, all he can do is learn how to keep it all the time. Not let that stomach go at any moment. Except again when he needs to flex the abs for the abs and thighs. And he can do it like this, show the intercostals, and like from the side his abs actually look pretty decent. So yeah, this guy is a hard worker. He's really devoted to bodybuilding. So if anybody is going to fix that sort of a problem, it's gonna be him. not Nick Walker. This guy works harder. If Nick Walker is watching this video and listening to me, then Nick Walker, take a lesson from Keone Pearson. Do what he's doing. I mean, yeah, I'm not saying Nick should just do a vacuum and keep the vacuum at all times, but try something. Don't let it hang the way you did at the Mr. Olympia. Anyways, Keone Pearson, once again, a couple of days before the Prague Pro, looks crazy. Conditioning is there. The size, we'll see. I think he's flat here. He'll probably carb up and get bigger, but he did address this, so we all thought he was going to try and bring something much bigger for the Prague Pro stage, but that's not the game plan. So he posted a story in which he says, "You guys are hilarious if you think I'm playing the size game this weekend. I am playing my game, the perfect physique for me." And you know what? I think this is definitely the right approach. Very often you see guys play a different game, trying to beat somebody on that stage, and they make a mistake with that. Keone is not going to try that. Keone is not going to try to be as big as Samson because he can't be as big as Samson. He won't even try to be as big as Martin because he can't be as big as Martin. But he can be the most detailed, the most conditioned guy. He can have the best proportions, the best lines, the best aesthetics. So he can just try and do his own thing. If Chris Bumstead was able to almost beat Martin last year, then why Keone wouldn't be able to do that? Because he's a bit shorter than Martin? Is he even that much shorter? Maybe like half an inch or so. So yeah, I can definitely see Keone beating Martin. But as far as Keone beating Samson, that's gonna be extremely difficult, but hey, who the hell knows? Anything is possible, and that's what makes this show so exciting. I can't wait to see it, hopefully in person, live. Guys, down below in the comment section, tell me whatever you think about Keone, James, Samson, whatever is on your mind in the comments down below, guys. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more content like this about bodybuilding. Thank you guys so much once again for watching the video. See you soon, all the best, and bye-bye.